What is it that motivates Elon Musk to look at the possibility of life beyond Earth? What new answers can we expect in the coming year? And is there a possibility that we are not alone in the cosmos? These are all the questions we will be looking at today. When talking about the scale of the cosmos and the brutal conditions of the universe, Elon Musk went on a tangent about hypothetical space civilizations. On the existence of intelligent life and the importance of space travel, he had this to say. I wonder how many dead one-planet civilizations there are out there in the cosmos. Maybe they're among us. I don't know. The universe appears to be 13.8 billion years old. The Earth, like 4.5 billion years old. You know, another 500 million years or so, the sun will expand and probably evaporate the oceans and make life impossible on Earth. Which means that if it had taken consciousness longer to evolve, it would never evolve at all. But I think this is one of the great questions in physics and philosophy, is where are the aliens? Maybe they're among us. I don't know. With his rant, Elon sent the world into a frenzy. As always, he had more to say about what he believes in regarding the possibility of first contact. He answered that this question is a really tough one, and what it suggests is this great question called the Fermi paradox, like, where are the aliens? If there are so many planets out there and the universe is almost 14 billion years old, why aren't the aliens everywhere? And this is one of the most perplexing questions. If there are super intelligent aliens out there, they're probably already observing us. That would seem quite likely, and we are just not smart enough to realize it. Any advanced alien civilization that was interested at all in populating the galaxy, even without exceeding the speed of light, even if you're only moving at, say, 10 or 20% of the speed of light, you could populate the entire galaxy in, let's say, 10 million years. Maybe 20 million years max. This is nothing in the grand scheme of things regarding the important steps in the evolution of life. Elon then came back to his original argument about space travel being an evolutionary significant event that changed the trajectory of mankind's progress. Because when we're looking at progress, the lens of history is a helpful guide. Over time, things that are less important kind of fall away. What are the most important elements in the history of life itself? What would any intelligent species say? Obviously single-celled life, multicellular life like plants and animals. The process of evolution led to the abundance of life forms we see on Earth today. That is a significant milestone. If you make a list of that, you will have to factor in the evolution of higher cognitive abilities. The process of sentience and thought and critical thinking and advanced brain function. These are things that fundamentally changed the course of life itself. That list will also fit the extension of life to multiple planets for the first time. Extending life to another planet is a huge quantum leap. You have to go hundreds of millions of miles across extremely hostile environments to a planet that is completely unlike anything you've evolved to live on, and that's just an extremely difficult problem. In fact, it's an impossible problem without the advent of consciousness. Consciousness is a necessary precursor for space travel. It's the next step, actually, because you really kind of need consciousness to design vehicles that can transport life over hundreds of millions of miles of irradiated space to an environment that they did not evolve to exist in. The bottom line is that life on Earth is a very delicate and precious thing. Right now, we have reports of extraterrestrial life existing, and if this is true, that is a great leap forward into us evolving into the next stage of consciousness. But before we move forward, we need to see the conditions that made life on Earth possible. Had there been just a slight difference in conditions, life as we know it would not exist. In the grand scheme of things, what we have here and now is the only thing that matters. This small window of consciousness is all that exists. And as humans, we have to ensure that we protect this gift with all that we have, and remaining confined to Earth is not the way to accomplish that goal. We need to be proactive in our search for possible colonies in space, and that's exactly what Musk is after. So, what are your thoughts on these topics? Click on one of the 4 videos on your screen right now.